researching your labor market in your area. And this is a Indeed job site hiring insights report that we like to run when we're looking for data. The other thing that I look at in here, I look at other things, but I don't have a lot of time to go through every single thing, but are the keywords or the search items. So these are what job seekers are putting in when they're searching for a job in Boston, Massachusetts as a house cleaner. Okay.
Man, that information is gold, because I know I've studied or watched very closely how you write job ads, and you and I have talked about that before. And man, if you know what those keywords are, I can see why writing that job ad is so important to hit those keywords and not like post your job description, right? Like nobody gives a shit about your job. That it's telling you exactly what people give a shit about.
And I'll touch on this in about 5 minutes. It's irrelevant on Craigslist. Absolutely irrelevant. To a point.
The keywords or your job description?
The keywords in the job description itself are irrelevant in Craigslist.
That's crazy. That's crazy how different they are.
It is, but there are certain places you want to put keywords in Craigslist. It's a very specific place. Indeed is completely different. The keywords can be similar, but they have to be in a completely different part of the job description.
Cool.
Or you're going to lose 70% of your application flow. But I wanted to put house cleaning Cleveland back in here because we've got a Cleveland office. The other thing I like to look at, top employers by clicks, Blue Sky Services.
Oh yeah.
20% of it. And you know what's cool about that? And you know this, Dan, we hardly boost at all. This is mostly the free stuff. And we're getting
the crazy thing is, and it's not even it's not, oh yeah, we're close to them. It's like, oh yeah, we're kicking their asses.
and our Cleveland office is by far the least amount of recruiting that we have to do. So I'm sure that on our other markets, we're kicking ass there as well. So
that's cool.
Yep. So we want to make sure that we're dialing in on these keywords so that when we create our job description, we know what we're doing. The other part of the research that I like to do is I like to come in and go to the resume searches. You can subscribe to a resume search database, both in ZipRecruiter and in Indeed. And there's a couple other places you can do it. It's not cheap. I think we spend a few $1,000s a year on it, maybe $2 or $3 grand a year. So it's not.
I was gonna say, I think it was just under $3 grand a year, and it's not like just for those that are watching, thinking like, oh, I should do resume searches. I mean, I know I don't know exactly how you do them, Shawn, but I know whenever we have a very important position to fill, we don't just wait for people to find us. We go find them with this, or you guys do.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, I want to search a resume, I got to pay X. It's you got to pay. It's pay to play. It's like you got to pay a few grand to be able to do this. So if you're wanting to do this, but you're not that big, or you can't afford to spend a few grand to have access to this, the cool thing about what you guys do on the recruiting side is you guys pay a few grand and hundreds of companies get to use this without having to pay for it because they're using you.
Exactly. Part of the remember what we're doing here is still the research. We're still at the very beginning of the recruiting process. So I go in here and I'm not necessarily talking about going in here to look for applicants to apply for your jobs necessarily. I'll touch on that though in a minute. I'm still doing research on keywords, and I'm looking to see, I'm trying to, again, put the lens on or the hat on of a job seeker here. What are these people? These people right now, I like to click ready to work. And it reduces it a little bit. These are all people now that have clicked their resume and have said and indicated, we are ready to work now. So these people aren't messing around. They're ready to go to work. The other thing I can do is you can look it up by literally if they updated it yesterday. So how the hell active is that? I mean, this is like somebody begging to come through your door to interview, right? I'm clicking a box that says, I am ready now, man. I'm ready to hire me. And then they're also updating it yesterday. So this is like a super hot lead. Imagine it. But what I'm looking for, again, what are they using for keywords in their resume? Because the odds of whatever they're putting in their resume is exactly the keywords they're going to use when they're searching for a job. And so that's one way that I get into the, put the hat on of a job seeker. I want to know what they're looking at, what they're updating, what they're typing in Indeed and everywhere else when they're searching for jobs.
I dig it. I dig it. It's when you talk about digital recruiting, there's this belief that you're recruiting a bunch of people without jobs that are just trying to like get unemployment benefits. And for sure, there's tons of them out there. But when you're doing this, you are finding people that are clearly being active. And so, like, you can no longer complain about not being able to find good people because yeah, the ones that are just like finding your ad and clicking on it because they want benefits. And if all you're doing is going on Indeed, posting a job and calling people that apply to your job, you're going to have the worst experience ever. But if you know how to sort them and filter them, and I'm sure you'll show us a little bit about how you do that maybe.
Yep.
But like this just cuts right to the chase and you can just go find the right ones without having to like worry about, are they really looking for a job? You can tell really quick if they're actually looking for a real job or just trying to, get some benefits or something.